Hello, my dear learners. Welcome you all to this online learning platform of Sri Baswa Public School. I hope you all are fine at home and doing well with your all activities from school. Children, I am back with another interesting chapter from your Honeydew textbook, chapter 5th, and this session is going to be based on part 1st. Yes, the chapter which we are going to begin today, that is called the Summit Within. Children, when we talk about mountains, what are the few things come in our mind? That they are strong, yes, of course, they are strong. They are rough, they are beautiful, they are covered with trees or ice. They are creation which the nature had created at its best. Yes, when we talk about mountains, when we think about mountains, many things come in our mind. The peak of mountain. The chapter name is The Summit Within. The peak of mountain is called as Summit. When a mountaineer, mountaineer means when a mountaineer start climbing mountain, he faces lot of difficulties, and it is not only physical difficulties, it is somewhere mental difficulties also. Yes, if there are mountains outside, we have mountains inside us. What are those? How ma'am is saying like this? See children, inside mountains are many. There are many. Like anxiety, fears, nervousness, pessimism, negativity, especially negativity, all their negativity through to create in your mind take from of mountain. Children, the mountains which we have in our mind, in ourselves, those are negativity, fear, a bundle of fear, a huge amount of nervousness. These all mountains we have inside us. So if these kinds of mountains we have inside us, then what we should do? We should overcome. So if you have to climb mountain which is inside your mind, you have to overcome it. Yes, we have to overcome it by raising the fear, by defeating anxiety, by defeating nervousness, etc. Then only it is possible to summit your mountain. And this is exactly the chapter is about Major Ahluwalia. Yes, HPS Ahluwalia, who is the writer of this chapter. Which chapter we are discussing today in this session? That is The Summit Within. Children, the writer has very well explained how does the Everest attracted him towards it. He speaks about what a mountaineer feel when he climb it, when he reaches the summit, and also what were the emotions, feelings of mountaineer at that time. When came down also, when he will come down, that time also what does he feel? That only we are going to learn in this chapter. This is all things we are going to see in this chapter. Let's see his own words which he expressed very well in this video.
When I came out, I saw at 6 o'clock in the morning, saw that there was a huge avalanche and everything was covered. That camp was totally, you couldn't even see. And that devastated us a lot. Because we were not worried about the tent or anything else, only the oxygen cylinder. About 19-20 cylinders were buried. So nobody could go up. So then the leader had a hard choice to make. He said that, look, it is not possible and we need to wind up the camp now. But then, kept on digging for 2 hours, couldn't get anything. Then suddenly my axe hit on a cylinder. Ting, that sound came. That was very, I knew it is an auction cylinder. So then Phudorji was lined up with me, and we together stepped on the summit. It was around minus 30 degrees at that time. But there's a job to be done when you're on the summit. Certain photographs you have to take from north, south, etc. Because on Everest, if I don't take the pictures, people can say you haven't not done. We had a movie camera, Pilot Bolex. It stopped working 50 feet below the summit. And that again annoyed us. So we had to keep it 50 feet down. Phudorji with me, he said, throw it down in the Chinese side, let the Chinese have it. We were feeling hungry, so वो थोड़ा गड्ढा किया, उसके नीचे चॉकलेट निकल गया, टिप के ऊपर थोड़ा वो किया, and there was a packet of chocolate. So we all sort of shared with that. I mean, just to put it, it's humility. You know, you are very humbled by looking at the entire universe, because fortunately that day the weather was to be very bad. So we said, to hell with it, we will go. But the weather was beautiful, bright weather. This is the first time we thought the weather gods had gone wrong. So it was beautiful, so we could take beautiful picture. And suddenly the Phudorji brought a lovely cup of coffee for me. I said, hey, where is this from? He said, no, I carried it in my thermos. So this is a present from me. So little we had, whatever was with him.
So now let's start reading and explanation of the first part. Before starting the chapter, The Summit Within by H.P.S. Ahluwalia, let's see more about the author, Major Haripal Singh Ahluwalia. His full name is Major Haripal Singh Ahluwalia, who was born on 6th November 1936 in Sialkot, Pakistan. He is a mountaineer, author, social worker and retired Indian Army officer. He also contributed to adventure, sports, environment, disability, social work, and he got many awards for his social work and achievements in his life. Those are Padma Bhushan, Arjuna Award, National Award, Tengking Norgay National Adventure Award on August 29, 2009. And the books which he has written, those are Higher Than Everest, Beyond the Himalayas, Everest Within You. This is the information of the author H.P.S. Ahluwalia. So let's start the reading and explanation. Take the pencil to note down the meaning of the words, because I haven't listed out them separately. So while explaining and reading itself, I'll dictate you the word meaning. So listen it carefully and note it down in your textbook. Of all the emotions which surged through me as I stood on the summit of Everest, underline the word surged, means arose, rise. Looking over miles of panorama below us, underline the word panorama, means view of a wide area. View of a wide area. The physical in me seemed to say, thank God, it's all over. However, instead of being jubilant, underline this word jubilant, means happiness, great happiness. There was a tinge, underline this word tinge, means shade. Tinge of sadness. Was it because I had already done the ultimate in climbing and there would be nothing higher to climb and all roads hereafter would lead down? By climbing the summit of Everest, you are overwhelmed. Write this, underline this word overwhelmed and write the meaning touched. Touched, yes. By a deep sense of joy and thankfulness. It is a joy which lasts a lifetime. This experience changes you completely. The man who has been to the mountain is never the same again. As I look back at life after climbing Everest, I cannot help remarking about the other summit, the summit of the mind, no less formidable and no easier to climb. Even when getting down from the summit, once the physical exhaustion, yes, right, underline this word exhaustion, means tiredness, had gone. I began asking myself the question why I had climbed Everest. Why did the act of reaching the summit have such a hold on my imagination? It was already a thing of the past, something done yesterday. With every passing day, it would become more remote. And then what would remain? Would memories to question myself? Sorry, would my memories fade slowly away? All these thoughts led me to question myself as to why people climb mountains. It is not easy to answer the question. The simplest answer would be as others have said, because it is there, it presents great difficulties. Man takes delight in overcoming obstacles. Underline this word obstacles and write barriers. Yes, barriers. The obstacles in climbing a mountain are physical. A climb to a summit means endurance, means stamina. Endurance means stamina. Persistence. Persistence. Underline this word. Persistence means continuation. Continuation. And willpower. Willpower means determination. Determination. The demonstration of these physical qualities is no doubt exhilarating as it was for me also. Underline again this word. Exhilarating means very exciting. Very exciting. Yes. So, the author is at the peak of mountain, that is the summit of Everest, and as he stood there, he looks at the view around him. There are various emotions inside him. The most dominated one is humility or humbleness. He feels humble when he understands that he already crossed the difficult mountain and he is top of the world, and then his physical body starts to get tiredness and he says thank god it's all over. Now at this point of time he should be happy, but he wasn't there. Was mixture of emotions. At that point of time he should be happy when he reached the peak of mountain, but he wasn't, because there were mixture of emotions inside him. There was happiness and there was sadness. Happiness is for overcoming his anxiety, reaching peak of mountain and climb that difficult Everest. But there was sadness inside him because he felt that now after that point of place was only going down. There is no climbing up. From that point of place he can't climb up. Now it is completed, he reached, now he should come down. So he has this mixture of emotions in himself. He was sad as well as happy. After this he also expressed that when one climbed that Everest, that experience climbing the Everest changes the person completely. He is thankful to the universe, but just as there is a summit outside, there is summit inside which cannot be excused, and everyone has to climb that mountain which is inside us. As I said you, what were the mountains which we have inside? Yes, that those are nervousness, fear, anxiety, negativity. These we should climb and we should overcome. And then he asked himself, why did he decided to climb Everest, Mount Everest? Why not other mountains? Then, as usual, others will reply. How other mountaineers will reply? The answer will be because it is the most difficult and highest mountain in the world, which can pose lot of difficulties, and he has that determination, patience, stamina, willpower to climb it, to face it. So that he climbed the mountain. But the answer of his is quite different from others and quite personal. Let's see what is that. So, I have a more personal answer to the question. From my childhood, I have been attracted by mountains. I had been miserable, lost. Underline the word miserable and write the meaning unhappy. When away from mountains, in the plains. Underline the word plains and write grassland. Mountains are nature at its best. Their beauty and majesty pose a great challenge. Underline the word majesty and it means royalty. And like many, I believe that mountains are a mean of communion with God. Yes, underline the word communion and write the meaning state or feelings of close relationship. Once having granted this, the question remains why Everest? Because it is the highest, the mightiest, and has defeated many previous attempts. Children, underline the word mightiest. Yes, mightiest. Write the meaning strongest. Mightiest means strongest. It takes the last ounce. Ounce means, meaning of the word ounce is bit. B-I-T, bit. Ounce of one's energy. It is brutal struggle with rock and ice. Underline the word brutal and write the meaning harsh. Harsh. Once taken up, it cannot be given up half away. Even when one's life is at stake. Underline this word, children. Stake means risk. Risk. The passage back is as difficult as the passage onwards. And then, when the summit is climbed, there is the exhilaration. Underline this word, children. Exhilaration means you already written it. That is very excitement. The joy of having done something, the sense of a battle fought and won. There is a feeling of victory and of happiness. Glimpsing a peak in the distance, I get transported to another world. I experience a change within myself, which can only be called mystical. Underline this word mystical and write the meaning spiritual. By its beauty, aloofness, might, ruggedness, and the difficulties encountered on the way. Underline the word aloofness means distant. Distant. Aloofness means distant and ruggedness means roughly. Roughly. Yes. The peak draws me to it. Everest did. It is a challenge that is difficult to resist. Looking back, I found that I have not yet fully explained why I climbed Everest. It is like answering a question why you breathe. Why do you help your neighbor? Why do you want to do good acts? There is no final answer possible. And then there is the fact that Everest is not just a physical climb. The man who has been to the mountain top become conscious in a special manner of his own smallness in this large universe. The physical conquest, underline this word conquest, children, it means defeat, is only one part of the achievement. There is more to it than that. It is followed by a sense of fulfillment. Fulfillment means satisfaction. Fulfillment means satisfaction. There is the satisfaction of a deep urge to rise above one's surroundings. It is the eternal. Underline this word eternal means unending. Unending. Love for adventure in man. The experience is not merely physical, it is emotional, it is spiritual. So, children, here the author expressed his personal opinion for the question why Mount Everest? Why did he choose Mount Everest? The author was attracted by the mountains from his childhood days. When he will be on plains, he misses mountains a lot. So that's the reason of choosing most difficult mountain to climb. Of course, this was not at all easy for him. There was places where his life was at risk, where he felt tiredness. yet he did that achievement. Because after reaching summit of mountain, there was feeling of satisfaction inside in his soul and also achieving something great in his life. That feeling he cannot imagine, he cannot explain in his words. This experience of climbing and descending the mountain had changed him completely. Yes, children, the feeling of climbing and descending from the mountain had changed him completely. Climbing mountain is not just physical strength. When the man observed his smallness in this vast universe after reaching summit, and then he realized how small he is in this world, as if he was a dot. He was just a dot in this vast universe. He might have he might have having huge egos, he might have health, he might have prosperity, or considering himself as luckiest in this world. But when it comes to nature, it just small dot in this world. There it is, there for love of nature that man does all about the nature. The author also says that this experience of summit of mountain is challenge not only for physical, it is for emotional and spiritual. Till here I completed the first reading part, and next part I'll explain as well as I'll read in the next session. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't understand or you have any doubts, you can call me or send message, I'll clear your doubt. Once again, thank you so much.